Hey friends, join me as I cook by memory at Miss Penny's Favorite Foods. And I remembered I had a bag of fresh cherries in my freezer, so I thought this would be a great time to make some cherry bars, something kind of warm and fruity on this frosty day. So here we go. Now I'm going to show you the ingredients and then we're going to stir them up. It's a quick, simple recipe. It's a one bowl pretty much mix. So we're going to do it now. We've got the bottom crust. I just took it out the oven. And that was a cup of flour, a half of cup of chopped coconut, a fourth of a cup of sugar, and a half a stick of butter, and a tablespoon of cold water, and a pinch of salt. That is what our crust is. So I just took it out the oven. I'll show it to you. Now we're going to put our cherry assembled together. And we are going to put it back in the oven with a crumble topping. And the crumble topping is the same as the bottom crust, only we do not put water in it. So it is a half a cup of butter. It's a cup of flour, all-purpose. Or if you can use self-rising. If you use the self-rising, do not add a fourth of a teaspoon of baking powder. Otherwise, put a fourth of a teaspoon of baking powder in it. That keeps it tender so that even though it's a crumble, it's not going to be hard. So a pinch of salt. Get it crumbly, mix it until it's crumbly. And I have put just a dash of ginger. And so we're going to put that on after we put in our cherry compote, which is our cherries, half a cup of sugar, fourth of a cup of brown sugar. We've put in eighth of a teaspoon of pumpkin seasoning, pumpkin pie seasoning. We have put in a fourth of a stick of butter and about a good tablespoon of fresh lemon juice. That goes into our cherry compote. And then we'll put our topping on top. We'll run it in the oven on 365 for 15 minutes. And that's it. And we've got a nice little snack to enjoy this frosty day with. All right, we're getting started. Bye-bye. All right, everybody, this is our ingredients. This is our crust. It is cooling off. It is baked. And we've let it cool off a minute. Now we're going to add a couple of things to the cherries. So, all right, this is our cherries. And I've got a little bit of cornstarch in it. About 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. To that, we're going to add our sugar and I have already put a half of cup of sugar in this. So it's got a half a cup of sugar and it's got a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. So we got a half a cup of sugar and we've got about 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of cornstarch because we do need it to thicken up. To that, we're going to add a touch of vanilla, or that's almond. And we're going to add, I love my vanilla. That's about a teaspoon. And we're going to add just a little bit more of the McCormick seasoning. Oops. We're just going to stir that together, quick stir, and we're going to give it a good squeeze of lemon juice just to brighten up those cherries. They've been sleeping in the freezer for a while, since last year. All right, and that is our compote. So we're going to put it in our crust. It's going to thicken up. It's going to mix in and blend in. The juice is going to soak in. But by you baking the crust off, and it's fully baked, because of that, it's not going to soak through and make it soggy. All right, so then here is our crumble. As you can see, it's butter, flour. To that, we're going to add 1/2 cup of sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And that goes in. Just mix it around. Get it mixed in with that compote, because you know the butter's going to melt and all that's going to come together. It's a really quick, easy, and it's really good. Kids can help you with this. You just prep everything and get it set up, and then let them just get in there with their little fingers and go to town. The last thing we're going to give it, so it has some texture and crunch, is we're going to add chopped coconut. 1/4 cup. And you can put oatmeal in here, or even different seeds if you want. This time I'm using coconut because I kind of want that coconut flavor in this. Cherry is kind of a delicate taste. And for that, I'm putting it I'm making this crumble just a little bit more fragile, a little bit more lighter, not so heavy with the oatmeal. All right. All right, and all we're going to do is just sprinkle this on top. All right. All right, we're going to sprinkle this on top. All right. All right, and that's about it. We're going to just even it out a little bit. And there you have it. Okay, I'm going to put this in the oven for 20 minutes on 365. And we'll come back and I'll show you the finished product. Once it's cooled, I will cut it and show you what it looks like and how it cuts. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Stay tuned. Here is my cherry bars. They have just come out of the oven. It's still really hot, so I'm not going to cut it now. But this is the cherry bars. When it came out, I sprinkled a little bit of powdered sugar on top, and that's what it is. Thank you so much for watching. Happy Martin Luther King Day. I love you all. And let me know if you make this and how yours turn out. All right. Bye-bye.